Oh, have I got my microphone on? Yes, I do. Slightly different setup. Let me just reduce my headphone volume a bit. I have some tendinitis in my Achilles tendon. So my foot is you can't see it. I don't want you to see it. But it's oh my god. It's horrible. It's right there. Let me just do this thing. So I am resting it on a bag of frozen peas, as recommended by the NHS. As recommended by the NHS. There we go. Turn that sound down. So, and I was supposed to be off to see my dear old mama today, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to rest up, try and find a comfortable spot, and keep myself entertained by playing some No Man's Sky. So, hello, I'm Mark, I'm your pilot. I'll be guiding you through the inky blackness of space. And this is our 1368 No Man's Sky. Yeah, it's about 11:15 here in London. It's a lovely day, but I'm not going to see any of it. And here we are, back aboard at La Mama. Let's see our frigates back in. What did this mission bring me? Some Viking effigies, units. Magnetized ferret, it's fine. Yeah, good job, I guess. Not the best gives return. My organic frigate. Some neuroduct storage augmentations, that's nice. More salvage frigate modules, some organic stuff for my sentient ship. Job's good. A lone support vessel, Darashia from Death from Above. I know it's combat, but it is a combat vessel. Chromatic metal, indium bromide salt, geodesite, iridesite, storage augmentation again, nice. Like that. Oh, gra. Monogda from Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do. Get relic units, obviously. Gravitino balls, sac venom. Good. And finally, in the evolving window, Corvex casing, Viking effigies, activated emerald, some dirty bronze, bromide salt, fine. Nothing too. What a beautiful marking. Toilgate Remlurch from Gru the Wanderer. How are you, man? You're looking great. I love what you've done with your skin. And there's Bosch doing his essential tasks. My squadron pilot intel. Is this SME? One of my 3 actual crew. Sibo from Awaken My Love. That's Tessel. Again, very similar look to Rimler. Yeah, maybe a bit of lazy rendering there by the game. Uki, actual staff, Doin, squadron pilot, no longer cloning himself, which is great. How are you, mate? Gra. No one in the break room. There never is. They're hard-working guys. Yeah. I'm going to need to do that. There we go. Right, so we shall, slightly out of practice, pop over to the settlements, I think. See what's going down in Dalantis Crossing. I would say the cold does feel good on my tendon. But I'm not going to try too hard to just occasionally pop my foot into camera shot. Shout out to Sheepdog. For his sneaky little digits insertion into photographs. And I kind of should go like that. That'll do. Here we are, Dalantis Crossing, back in Hilbert. So what's going on down here? Let's pick up the goods. What? Good. Policy decision. Okay. Our research teams are an impasse. Both teams require funding. We could invest in bolstering our anti-sentinel systems. They're the voices of those who believe in all high-on maintenance systems will not easily be silenced. And I think that's a bit confusing in that I think the additional facilities, even though it's called a maintenance centre, that would be the anti-sentinel system, and will reduce my sentinel attack thing, level of a thing. But I don't think it still happens. It just reduces the current level of the sentinel, whatever it's called, rate by a few percent. It's still going to happen. It just delays it a bit, or we overhaul the maintenances. I'm going to go for quantum market because I reckon both are good. Let's see what actual impact it has. If anything, nothing. It did nothing for me, and I didn't notice the actual levels of productivity or maintenance, but it should say on my pages here, increase productivity by somewhat, and that's good. I get more stuff in a shorter period of time. And where are we on Sentinel attraction? 91%, so pretty soon, maybe in a day, we can now nip over to my other settlement. Oh, are you all fooled? And see what's going on with my wonderful bunch of autophage, who are definitely the best race. Them's the rules. I don't make them up. And apparently, one of the ways of improving your language with the autophage is to do missions for them. And I don't think I can do missions for them here. But well, I mean, just looking at the impact, I know what I'm going to choose. The citizens have commissioned settler Gnutation to produce a play in the honour of the equinox. Yeah, cool. The price may be high, but 70% of the settlement believe the cost to be a price worth paying. Yeah, I agree. I think you guys need a break. Enjoy the play. I will never get to see the play, but increasing happiness by 6%, that's good. Still need to do productivity, still need to sort out population. It's getting there, but it's definitely work in progress. Most of the buildings are either S class or A class. And there should be, I would have thought, are they not upgraded building? That warehouse is A class, S class, luxury dwelling. Yeah. If I remember rightly, what do I need to give them? An amino chamber. I think I have one. There we go. Let's get that on the way. Now, let's have a quick look around to see whether there's any salvageable scrap around. Because this planet does produce salvageable scrap. I think I've proven that. Proven? Let's go with proven. That salvageable scrap regenerates over time. But that's not happened. I can't see any road here. Alright, so that's the settlements sorted for a bit. I will now nip over to my farm, the parking lot. Now, what I would say about the instructions from the NHS, they said, put a bag of peas on your tendon and wrap it in a tea towel. Well, I think I might have wrapped it too well in the tea towel because it's not super cold. But my sky is still pixelated here in New Ermina. Ladder bug is still in effect. Oh. My freighter has landed itself here. Let's move that out of the way. It's janky. Better. How is janky looking? What do we think? An attempt at asymmetric shipbuilding. Let's have a look around. I'm not sure about that. at the front. I did have a window there, but I didn't like it. I do like the back. This selection of different engines. But the front is done right. And you know, this was the ship I threw together for the expedition. I could take out that pod maybe. Anyway, distraction and distraction. Can I get to these? Yes, I can. Alright. Off the ladder. You're only going to end up on the ceiling. Jobs a good un. Let's make some stuff. Yeah, 3 of those. 2 acid. 2 unstable gel, 3 polyfiber, 2 liquid explosive, 3 circuit boards, and then the glass, 40 panes of that. And 8 lubricant. Lubricant? I must have gone past it. There. Makes 8 panes of living glass. Lovely. That can go into freighter, so can that, and that. Oh, no, I'm imagining things. That should do that. We will now head back to Antler Mama for the final bit. Of production. And then the world is my proverbial oyster. Or the galaxy is. Here we are in Hesperius. Hesperius, definitely. I am going to save. I'm just going to change my seating arrangement, so bear with me 1 second. my NASA mug. Interestingly, the handle, if this is out facing, would be on the left hand, because there's no logo on the right. But I would drink with my right hand, so I get the logo when I drink my coffee. Not you. With that, I'm resting my foot on my little coffee table that I have in front of me here, which may be a little bit too high for me, but I do have a footstool because I'm that sort of man. Oh yeah, that might be. Oh, I'm getting tangled. Hold on. If I unplug that, do that. There we go. Much better. Now bring the footstool in. Isn't this fascinating, people? And do that. Let's give that a shot. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, I mean, obviously my face is still way down in the shot, but that feels better. Let's see how we get on. Right, so I've made morning production. I've got loads of stuff over here. So let's work out what can be traded. My production is almost at a point where my fungal mold will overflow, same with my cactus flesh, and it's designed to do that. My selenium seems low though. That's interesting, because the way that the parking lot is set up, it's to give me the right ingredients that I can make 8 lit panes of living glass, 3 circuit boards, and 3 liquid explosives. High value items which I can then sell or use in producing even higher items, higher grade items. Bear with me a sec. Yeah, that's right. But also just to give me a little bit more of those raw ingredients. So these slots here, which are all the ingredients that I get from the plants in parking lot, they will increase by very small amounts, but enough that over time they will come to a point where I get a full block and I can sell that block on, or put it into storage. That's by design, but that selenium seems low. But maybe I've been using it in other places when I've been using it in Corvette construction. Doesn't seem right to me. Well, I'll keep an eye on that. What we do need to have a look at is what we can do with our stock. Let's file away the stuff that there's space for. Let's put that into purple. No. What about exosuit? No, that's full as well. Alright, we'll say that's sellable. How's my uranium? Uranium is cool, plenty of that. And I will do things by colour as it makes more sense to me. How's my iridescent? Could do with a little top up. Iridescent and jodocite are the two yellow ingredients that I use the most because they use at the highest level of manufacture for stasis devices and fusion igniters. That seems out of place. I've got a lot of thermic condensate, haven't I? Even more here. Nitrogen salt, how's that? There we go, got a bit of a gap there. Trade good, trade good, trade good. Fusion accelerants I can use, and heat capacitors. If I had an excess of polyfiber, if I had an excess of polyfiber, I could make more circuit boards. The polyfiber is cactus flesh and star bulb. We've got a fair amount of star bulb. We've got definitely lots of cactus flesh. So let's make 5 more polyfiber. And that should make more circuit boards, and then more circuit boards can be combined with superconductors. I need to make some more superconductors, and superconductors is semiconductors plus enriched carbon, which I do have an excess of. But these are thermic condensate and nitrogen salt. Okay, now we're on to something. Nitrogen salt. And thermic condensate. We'll take 10. So those two added together make semiconductors, and semiconductors plus enriched carbon makes superconductors. Only 9. And circuit boards and superconductors make quantum computers, quantum processors, I'm sorry. Yeah. And that is the bedrock of the really high value items. But what I will need is either portable reactors, which I've got one of here, or cryogenic chambers. Now, okay, that's the easiest one for me to make. Liquid explosives and fusion accelerant. I've definitely got, this is fusion accelerant, it's, where's my liquid explosives? Plenty of liquid explosive. So, what do I need of those? Back to my exosuit inventory. I need 4 more liquid explosives. I'll take 5 out. And there we go. So those two should make portable reactors, right? Yeah, liquid explosive and fusion accelerants. Let's make 9 of those. That's good. So quantum processors, portable reactors, and a bit of geodesite, if I remember rightly. I can pull that straight from inventory. Should make, how many have I got? 8 processors. Yeah. Nice. I do all of this. I've done all of that. And I realise I'm at unit cap. So I can't actually sell anything anyway. But I can spend money. Alright, so let's put this into storage for now. Don't have a space for that. What I could do, no, I'm not going to go into the reorganization route. That can be sold too, but that can't be sold through the trade terminal, so that will be sold there. Yeah, 4294, that feels like it's unit cap. Let me quickly grab my Googling device and check. NMS unit cap is 4294967 So the only sensible thing for me to do is to spend money. And the morning crew. We've got Yorbis here, is that right? Yorbers, my apologies. Geologist entity Zyvei. She. Pure entity Arissi. And up on the old flight deck is analyst entity Lozia. Out on the landing deck, we've got a Corvax crew, because we're in a Corvax system. Convergence entity Kaiden. Analyst entity Page Mun. Hello. Reset entity Ryalski. Research entity Pio. Who's up on the old scissor lift? And this entity Mers. There's a couple of crew over here. There's 3 of them, I think. Nobody up on the scissor lift today. We've got an analyst. Oh, make up your mind. Yeah. Geologist entity Donskoy. Analyst entity Epastemvini. And entity Katalnik. And there's one more. Over here, all by himself. I say him. Operator entity Ayanskiv. Operate the hatch. Operate the hatch? No? Alright, fine. Might as well pick up Nip Buds. Okay, alright. Even though you can't see them, they're definitely growing. My new cross of invisible Nip Buds. Where's that put that? In the freighter? It has. Good, good, good. So what I'm thinking of is getting rid of this bit here. This is a half-size module, HAB module. I don't like that. Look at that. A mixture of templates, that's what you got a problem there with. So let's step over to the space station. And we'll do a bit of plumping around on the Corvette to see whether I can make it a little bit more appealing to the eye. Though, yeah, I have to remind myself that Janky was never supposed to be a pretty ship. Janky was supposed to be an exercise in more practical shipbuilding, building for necessity rather than design. So you could argue, no, that's, yeah, no, I was going to make a point about design versus art here, but see, I do like the back. I do like the engine placement. I like that unevenness. These wing engine modules are superb in my opinion. I think they look great. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the front. Let's delete that, move that, and I'm going to no. Oh, I have to move this to her. All right. No, continue modifying. That's fine. I want to add and it's going to be some sort of fairing. I mean, that's not bad. I don't have another one, do I? That's... Oh, it does say I have another one. I don't think it looks right from the front. I'm not sure what would, but... Let's just go through the bits and see what we've got. That's too small. I mean, we can start at the top and just go through them, I think. No. No. I am not... I'm not totally against that idea. I don't have this, but I do want it to sort of turn the corner. Again, that's not bad. What does the colour look like? It does look a bit hacked on. There's no way of putting a window on that. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't mind that. It's kind of a bit small for that join there. Let's have a look inside. I mean, it's not going to look like anything. Because the cabin is going to be tied off there nicely. Not bad. It got some mirroring with the Titan cockpit with that angle. Let's see what else there is. I'm not sure what, I can't remember what that piece was. It was the Speedbird fairing. Okay. We've had a look at the nacelle. Diffuser just looks clanky, I think. Is it my imagination, or is that orange a slightly different orange to the rest of it? Firebox. See, I kind of like that, but let me just put it on. It's that colour. And from the cockpit, does it actually restrict my view? A little bit. I mean, Come on. Walk better. Fuel pump we've had a look at. Hard frame. I think that's an issue as well. It's not bad again. What I don't like is this little bit there. But it's not bad. It's got a better side to it, and again the angle is reminiscent of the cockpit. Let's keep going. So that's Speedbird versus hard frame. This is probably the Vespa. I think that's too long, and it definitely introduces a new angle which I'm not happy with. Again, too much exposed part of the HAB mod for that. I do like it if there was something else going on. Radiator, of course. I'm not against it. It's the wrong angle. Not bad, it matches kind of better. That's the Albatross cargo tank. Argonaut car. Again, not bad. And I think the other two are going to be too long. Super Cruise. It just doesn't make sense. And Longshore. Oh. Oh. Whoops. That's not right. That's not right. Where's my Thunderbird? Oh, is it Titan class? I need to have a little bit of a think here. I don't think I've... Have I? I thought that was the Titan class, but it's not, it's the Thunderbird. Which one did I like the most? I think the hard frame. I didn't look at that one. It's not bad. It again introduces a new angle, which I'm not completely okay with. I'm not against that idea either. All right. I think it's hard frame. I've used them on Heart of Markness. What I might do is I was thinking about putting a radiate cowling there, but I don't know the way the piping goes nowhere. Okay. And then ooh, I don't know if that works. Maybe I need to move that back a bit. Oh, stupid thing. That's that one over there. It's not the same. Was it that one? See, that now looks wrong. That's too far back. But that looks like it crashes into there. What else we got? There's that. But if we're doing that, aren't we? And if we're doing that, we're evening up the engines. And you'd have to put in a new hab. And we've only got Thunderbird because we've got loads of those. There's pretty much only one Greebly pack, which I don't think I've got. And it's the air conditioning unit. Air purifier. I wish there were more of these. Not just that, but this sort of Greebly pack to I don't think that works. Gun-wise. Yeah, let's try some more. Let's do that. Okay, that's not looking too bad. Let's apply my color scheme. Thank you. Just going to look at engines one more time. I think I'm at full capacity here. That doesn't look too wrong. That won't go any further back though. I think we're there for now. It's a bit noisy up top with all these shield generators. I mean, I can put one there and one there. Slightly mismatched guns. All right. It got bigger. I haven't spent any more money. Let's have a look. We've got more hab space here, which I'm not negative on. Let's check it out. I am surprising myself that I'm enjoying this Titan cockpit, I've got to say. I think I'm going to even up the engines. I think two of these I think I've got to even it up. Now I've gone for a symmetrical design. I'm not convinced by the two different engine pods, so I'm going to make a decision. And what are the stats on this thing? Well, it's not telling me everything. Oh, we'll give that a 6 out of 10. Now my coffee is way over there. Come here. Here we go. I did make myself a fine cup of coffee this morning, I have to say. There we go. Now, I went and saw Alien last night. A film I have watched, I have no idea how many times, but it's the first time I actually seen it in the cinema. And I went with my friend Dave. And it was great. It was really good. But every time the ship detail, I was just salivating over all of those models, thinking, how do I remember a Corvette look like that? And those ships are very heavily, they're models, they're, but heavily greeblied, heavily, lots of piping and external detail, and it's just not that kind of. It's one or the other. With packs yet on Corvettes to use that. Which one? I think this one. No? I think that's it. I think that's, yeah. For now, I think that's it. Can I rotate this? No. That's slightly annoying. Great, thanks. Thanks for getting rid of my generator. What are the difference in stats on these? Does it say? Because I don't think I've got a Zenith class reactor on here, have I? Not very colourful though. Did my manoeuvrability shoot right down? I went up. That went down, didn't it? 4474, 4479. Four, 3, 6. Now, is that just down to poor slot placement? Because I could, in the interest of symmetrical design, I can do. Why wouldn't it go there? It went there on the other one. Huh. Why would you do that? You can do that. Why? But why? Why wouldn't you go there? This big old ugly box. Again, I'm not fully convinced yet. Okay, whatever. All right. That would just be a cosmetic choice. All right, I'm gonna seal that one in. And have a look at the cargo slots and see what's going on here. Because it doesn't seem as maneuverable as it was. And there's definite things moved around because I've moved them around and that moves them in slots. So let's make a space. Let's store that down there. To be fair, I don't think that does anything, but better. Shielding, good. Maneuverability. Oh my gosh, this is all going horribly wrong. That shield. Everything is in its wrong place. That shield. That isn't. I have to have a cyclone. Where does that go? Those two should be together, right? But that is when you. Oh. Well, that should go with this. And it doesn't? Why? Apologies while I mutter in silence around this. I'll tell you what I will do. Give myself another slot. I do have them, so let's upgrade the starship and give myself another tech slot. And another one. Good. I mean, how much to buy one? Is it 75 million? Alright, I did say I was looking to spend some money, so let's spend some stupid amount of money, and then at least we've got some, ooh. We'll come back to that. I've got quite a lot tucked away in the frigate, in the freighter inventory to sell, so that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is this. Now this is all down to adjacency. I'm going to change position for a sec. For those joining, I've stretched my Achilles tendon, so that's why my face is low. I'm not keeping my foot elevated. So it looks like my pulse engine's good. That's in the wrong place. That's the phase beam array, and that should be with that. This versus this is good. All right. So the cyclone ballista. See, that's a phase beam array as well. So if I do that, and that have module. I don't know where that should be, so I'm going to put that down here, put that down here. I need to think about that. Is that supercharged as well? That's supercharged. Alright, that's hyperdrive. I'm definitely not using my slots well, I don't think. And that should be, yeah, that's good. Because that's all habitation modules together. So did that orange go with? Wow. What a boost that is. But what's it good adjacency with? Oh, that does go there. Huh. So I can do that with that. That with no. that. That would also go with that. This is a switch, so it doesn't have any adjacency with other bits. See? Even though that's the same logo, it doesn't matter where that is. But that does. Now the two rockets can go up here, just to see what else I can move around. Wow, my manoeuvrability's really shot up now. It's 12,664. So those two have adjacency with each other and they work well, but that is linked to that, which is the old photon cannon. What about these? No. They have adjacency with each other. Let me just try move the shield ray. Alright, okay, so this has adjacency with the photon engine. Hey Milensky, how you doing? How lovely to hear from you. Wow. Look at that manoeuvrability boost. That's crazy. That makes it my most manoeuvrable ship yet. My shield is definitely not maximized. .403. And that switch doesn't do anything that can go anywhere. I'll move these out of the way. Let's have a play with the shield and see whether we can get this a little bit better. No, reduces it. No, that all seems maximum, unless I find supercharge for it. What if I do that? That's 2,899.56. 953. 953. It's exactly the same. Well, I think that's better. Is there any? No. Seeing if light colours and light colours go together. It's those three there. Like, why does the cockpit and the reactors have adjacency? Hyperdrive is in what? Yeah, 653, which isn't massive, but I'm not going to use it for jumping around star systems that much. See, that's supercharged. That's doing a good job. All right. Are we happy? Are we ever happy, Mark? Are we ever happy? The front's better, isn't it? Much better. I just don't like that. I've done all that, and if I move anything, it's going to move them around in my slots. But I can't, can I? I thought I could place my... I hate that. Come back, Zenith class reactor, and you won't go on top of that. And they won't move further back. Well, janky's looking less janky, I think. Is there anything I can put on that? If I did that, and then but that would mean I don't know how we're going to get up there. If I put a ladder in, does it work? No, because the hab mod is above that bit. Hmm. Oh. Nice. That's a... I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm worried about me doing this is actually rejigging all of the work I've just done. Let's have a look back at the stats. It's not bad. It seems very similar. Yeah, that seems okay. Alright, let's take it out for a flight. I'm not against it. Yeah. Alright, let's take it out for a spin. God, it got wide. That's not bad. Yeah, maneuverability is pretty sharp. Let's have a look inside. Save point is slightly off. Yeah, nice. All right. That was very close. All right, let's take it back to my capital ship. Nice. Let's do some exploration. If I remember rightly, I don't think there's much in this system, but there is some salvageable scrap here. No atmosphere. We can have a look. There's not much to it. I think I've been, but I haven't discovered anything. All right, let's go for a visit. Go out to Janky. No, it's in the, where's the autopilot? Here we are. And I do want to do a bit of internal work. I probably will remove these nip bud growing areas. I might want to put some bedding. We'll see. Am I here? It's very lumpy. Yeah, maybe I have been around. You're not working? No. Don't know what's up with that. Well, there's some scrap. Let's go for that. 755. Let's see if I can do it in one jump. Looking good. There's another one. A bit further on the other side of this mountain. Question is, do I go over or round? I think we're going over. This is what rocket shoes are good for. Yeah, I'm noticing my life support system is low, but that's all right. Hello, you. Don't mind me, I'm not doing anything. I think I'm going to land so I can get another flick. There we go. Oops. Didn't think I'd got it all. There we go. Are they, oh, they're sac venoms. Well, nothing in range. Oh, I'm going to have to move my foot again. Hold on. Whew. Not that bothered by sac venom. I could go for a little bit more of a jaunt just to see if I'm going the wrong way away from my ship, which is there, and that is west. I should be heading east. Alright. The thing with lumpy planets like this is the scanner isn't as effective because you have such a high elevation. There could be something in the bottom of this valley, for instance, and I wouldn't see it from where I was. On a more level terrain. There's one. There's two. 797 and 724. They're all in the same nice direction. So I think we'll get these two at least. Oh, that's not a flick. Thank you. That's better. I've got life support gel aplenty in my knapsack, so I'm not worried about running out. Yeah, right. What? 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 I can always go and turn you off if you're going to be like that. If you're going to be not, well, I mean, probably nasty is the wrong way of thinking about it, but let's see if I can find that other one. Just there. Pick up that sodium as I'm passing it. What do we get? Oh, another ring module. Oh, a different one. I haven't got that one. I like that. Because I'm not playing in creative mode, because PlayStation multiple save doesn't go very well with No Man's Sky. Alright, let's climb this hill. I don't think there's anything else in sight. Actually picking up new module pieces is good. I enjoy that. Alright, we're going to kind of start heading back towards the Corvette. I don't think there's...
6 power cells completed.
151 life support gel, plenty.
Units
So I'll do a little bit of scanning to show I've been here.
Units received.
Oh yes, their cabins are full of cobalt, I believe. Definitely scanned them. Now I could call my ship to me, but if by chance I come across some more modules, I'll dig them up. And now we've created a small dent in my unit cap. I can go sell some stuff as well. I'll scan you, Rock.
Units received. Units received.
No. Boink. I am quite excited by the prospect of October 4th, which is next week, right? Because that'll be the launch of Ghost of Yotei, the follow-up to Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Iki, which I loved playing. And very unlike me, I've pre-ordered the game. I spent some time umming and ahhing about whether I'd get a deluxe version with the armor and katana and face mask, and decided not to. Let's go in as the game is intended. That gave me so much joy. Can't see any other modules around. Which, you know, fair enough. So yeah, definitely next week, when that arrives, once I've figured out which game to offload. Or do I just go and buy a new hard drive? I could do that. I do have a USB slot, a USB-C slot as well, free on my PlayStation. And I'm constantly juggling hard drive capacity. And now I've got a job. Oh, there's my ship. I can afford such trinkets and fun things as a new hard drive. It is a bit boxy. I've got no idea why the hatch isn't working now. I wonder if that's related to having a module here. Had mod. So, what did I get? Oh, I uninstalled this, which is my Starship Trails. You know what? I really don't think it makes much difference. Set the controls for the heart of the sun. The heart of the sun. Yeah, so I got a walkway. Ooh. A new type of reactor. Interesting. Speedbird cowling. Radio vent. Fuel cover. Argonaut style. The rock upper wing module I don't think I've had before. I've definitely had the Albatross cargo tank and an Osprey ring module and a new cockpit. Nice. Let's set the autopilot to the space station. Ooh. Oh, and as we're going back, to the space station, we'll drop off the modules into the storage. That's a problem. I can't get out. Well, that doesn't work. Small problem with the design. All right. Back to square one on that one, I think. I don't know why though, it should be fine. I could try moving the ladder further back. I wonder if that will cause... Edit place parts. Let's move that. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that at all. What we will have to do... Oh, Don't have to do it this way. We could beam over to it, but we'll nip over. Let's see if I can, fix my... See, that works. It works like that. So why doesn't it work elsewhere? I am prepared to accept there is a glitch here, or even a bug. These are very low, aren't they? Oof, bright light. Bright light. Let's just get the are they actually off the surface? All right, let's sell some stuff. Let's see what we can get. From the freighter. Well, the nip buds can go. Activated emerald, dirty bronze. Relic, indium, herox, Viking effigy, radiant shard, sac venom, sparkling inlet, black grantine, damaged valves. It's not worth chasing. Ducts, uranium. I'll keep that thermic condensate because that was useful. Gravitino balls, iridescite. Where does that go? Manufacturing and living glass. I've got a space station in mind for. Because I am essentially, one of my side hustles is living glass dealer or manufacturer and reseller, not even reseller, seller of living glass. If you find an economy that sells living glass at a profit, it's worth keeping it in your list. And Boidoa is said
Units received.
space station. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Space station. I didn't. Manufacturing, right? That's mining. That's mining. That's trading. Wait, wait a minute. Why haven't I got the information about stings though? Just because I've got a base there. Looking for the big cog. There we go. And cola. It's comfortable. I think we can do better than comfortable. Thing is promising. Mass production, high supply is... Yeah, let's go there. Binozu. I think high supply is a 3-star economy. So we'll try that. Yummy. And that sells my bromide salt.
Received.
Okay. Good. Good so far. As I'm here, uncouth to use one's jetpack. Gra gra Uinij. You pathetic technology merchant Uinij. Or Ginj. I'm sure that's spelled differently. Let's sell that. Okay. Let's put some things into the cache. Nice. That might need a little bit of a tidy up, but you can go to try that again. Freighter. You can go to freighter. You can go to freighter. But sodium. Okay. Let's go back. to Antler Mama. Because I still think I've got... I made fusion reactors this morning and I don't think I sold them. I must have put them in storage. Yes, there they are. 8 fusion igniters. Which would be how much? 120, that's too much. As we established at the beginning of the stream, unit cap is 1294, so that's 74. If I split them in half, I could sell half that stack, and that would get me close to unit cap. Let's see how much they are worth here. They're in the wrong inventory. That's better. Well, that'll get me close.
Units received. Units received.
That's pretty close to topping out.
Units received.
That's very close. I still haven't moved. I still want to do that. So let's just do the settlements. Again, I need to move my ankle. My apologies. My coffee cup is broken. So I am wrapping up here. We will no expeditions, not for you. The reason why is the expeditions can result in failure, and I'm trying to build up my population, not reduce it. Doesn't look like that inviting planet. If I had more population, sure. What I do need to do is get some crystalline helium, I believe. That's S. For my production machines. Yeah, crystallized helium. Hi. Check my stuff. All looking good. Yeah, that can go back into storage, I think. Let's see. There is a policy decision to be made at Delantis Crossing. What we'll do, we'll finish off with nipping back to Aunt and Mama. Do a jump and a warp to go to a new system, and do a frigate's end. Call it a day. How does my ankle feel? It does feel better. The cold is helping. But I am having to, just for comfort's sake, change my position every now and again off the ice. Our researchers are looking for a new project. One faction are looking at improving maintenance systems, but the other is sneers at this approach. They favour increasing industrial output. No, I think I will reduce my maintenance costs. Let's have a look. Yeah, $500,000. Let's go for reducing that. I mean, though the increase of productivity, it seems to me less efficient. So I'd make more out of the deal. I'd still rather have a lower maintenance cost. And that's, you know, you're going to get some people won't be happy with that, but it's just the way it is. What a wonderful settlement this is. So happy. Well populated. Parlung. Welcome to my office. Yeah, just take a seat, mate. You can sit in either chair. It's fine. Yeah? No? Alright, you off? Yeah, lovely to see you, as always, anytime. Just pop in and sit in both seats and then leave. I think he's avoiding somebody. See, he's disappointed. And he's satisfied. Thank you, Adrian. At least I got the backing of some people. I think this is all now crystallized helium. Let's go and have a look. Lithium. How is the cocktail lounge? These two scented bottles. Right. Fish tank. Needs bionic lures. I can make bionic lures, can't I? What does that take? Amino chambers, iron batteries, and lubricant. Alright, I'll try and put that in my brain cave. I do need to do spotted fishing, but not today. I require a bit of a break. So let's do what I say and say what I do. Walk back to England, Mama. Do a jump, or do a warp and then do a jump. Because I think I'm in a non-black hole system. And this puts in a new hyperdrive has no fuel. How about that? Luckily, I have a ton of warp cores.
Technology recharge.
It's like I planned it. Alright. Line up Oakwin with the center. Lovely. Let's go. Not the straightest. That looks like a good call. Singy. That's too far. Now out of the three types of ship I've got starships, the single-seaters, the corvettes, and the freighter. I have capacity to pilot all of those. The freighter less so. I have to tell old She over here what to do, and he's all right with it. But without a doubt, my freighter has more range. Oh, now let's have a look. I knew there was a reason I was coming back here. That's to do that. And we have poorly image files. We have a flourishing planet. Windswept, rotting, corrosive, hymal, meaning cold, and xenocolony. I'm slightly taken with the idea of Aronosa. But not today. Chat with Ush. How you doing, Ush? You alright? Yeah, excellent. It's good to know, because I am in the mood to send out some missions. So it's a 3-star, close to the edge can go, and support by airtight garage. 5 stars over 3, always good. Do the balance expeditions last. Industry. dig me. Don't kill me. Bury me, sorry. Dig me, but don't bury me. That's 5 stars. Over 2, I can go. 1-star combat. That could be death from above. Probably by themselves. Yeah. Let's see if I had a support vessel like Doromi. Whether I can drop that down. I can't. No. Oh well, that can go. So we've got the Balance Expedition. They can just be pure support vessels. Guru, Patlabor. See, they don't require fuel. And this one, trick in the tail. Job is a good one. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Mark. I have been your pilot. This has been 1 hour 1368 in No Man's Sky. I'm irregularly streaming at the moment in time. This stream only happened because I've damaged my Achilles tendon and needed to rest up. So that does mean I might stream a bit this later on today. I might do some. I might do some cyberpunk. I might do some Turbolight because I would really like to finish that. I'm enjoying that, and I haven't played for ages. So maybe that this afternoon. Remind myself how to play. But definitely one next week comes around. It's going to be Ghost of Yote, which I am very much looking forward to. But if you like what you see, please, like, subscribe, leave rude and nasty comments. Chat and Discord. There is a Discord. I'll try to remember to put the link in the VOD. But until we meet again, I'd love you to share and enjoy.